In 2024, darts witnessed the rise of a new prodigy, Luke Littler, a 16-year-old, a debut on the biggest stage, and he didn't just show up, he nearly won the whole thing. The darts world exploded, the hype was unreal. But here's what nobody's talking about. To catch the greatest player of all time, Phil "the Power" Taylor, Littler would have to win almost every world championship from now until his mid-30s, and even that might not be enough. This is the insane truth about Phil Taylor.
Phil! The Power! Taylor!
Let's be clear, what Phil Taylor did should not be possible. 16 world championships, 21 finals, 85 major titles, more televised 9 darters than most pros have TV appearances. He wasn't just dominant, he turned darts into a one-man show. From the early 90s to the late 2000s, Taylor's grip on the sport was total. At one point, he made 14 consecutive world championship finals. Imagine showing up every year for over a decade, knowing the likely outcome was Phil wins, everyone else watches. That's how big the gap was. And it wasn't just numbers, it was the way he won. Whitewashes, brutal averages, psychological warfare. The man wasn't just beating players, he was breaking them. Even legends like Raymond van Barneveld and Gary Anderson crushed routinely. Now fast forward to 2025, the game has changed. It's faster, more technical, more competitive. There's more money, more eyes, more pressure, and out of nowhere, Luke Littler shows up, 16 years old, not even old enough to drive, and he's on stage beating seasoned pros like it's nothing. He reaches the World Championship final on his debut. He's averaging in the hundreds, throwing with total confidence and absolutely lighting up Ali Pali. People start throwing out the big comparisons. Is he the next Phil Taylor? Could he break the record? Let's slow down a second. To beat Taylor, Littler would need 16 more. Let's pretend for a second that he keeps winning. Let's say he wins the World Championship every year. No injuries, no slumps, no early exits, no burnout. He'd need to win every year until 2041. That's 16 years of flawless performance just to pass Taylor. And that's a best case scenario. Even Taylor didn't win every year. He had bad days, upsets, off nights. And the darts scene today? Way more competitive than it was in the 90s or early 2000s. Today's field is full of hungry, elite players. Michael Smith, Gerwin Price, Michael van Gerwen, Luke Humphreys, and a dozen others capable of beating anyone on the day. Even if Littler dominates, and he might, winning consistently for 15 plus years is next level impossible. Some say Taylor benefited from a weaker era, but that's not really fair. He created a level everyone else had to catch up to. He forced the game to evolve. He made pros train harder. He made averages go up. He turned darts from pub sport to global competition. The truth is, his dominance was part of the evolution. It wasn't that others were bad, it's just that he was decades ahead. In the 2002 World Final, Taylor destroyed Peter Manley 7-0. In 2010, he recorded an average of 115 against Barry Bates. Even today, most darts players would dream of an average above 100. He wasn't just beating people, he was rewriting the standard. Now look, Luke Littler isn't just hype, he's got the skill, the temperament, the swagger. He throws like a veteran, he speaks like a pro, and he's already lifting titles, the UK Open, the Premier League, and obviously his first world title. He's ahead of schedule. He could become the next great thing. He might win 5, 6, 7 world titles. That would still make him one of the all-time greats. But to even threaten Taylor's record, he'd need a flawless career for the next 2 decades, no gaps, no major setbacks. And that's before we talk about pressure, media, sponsorship, burnout, and life. Being great for 1 year is hard. Being great for 20, that's something else. So here's the truth, no one wants to say out loud, Phil Taylor's record might never be broken. Not because players aren't good enough, but because the game's just too hard now. You've got to be fitter, sharper, more resilient. You've got to beat everyone every year with the whole world watching. Even Littler, as insanely talented as he is, might never reach that mountain. And honestly, that's okay, because Taylor's legacy isn't a target, it's a monument. So next time someone says Littler will break Taylor's record, just remember the numbers, the era, the pressure, the perfection required. Luke Littler may well be the next big thing, but Phil Taylor, he's the blueprint, the bar, and maybe the unbreakable record. This was the insane truth about Phil Taylor. If you love darts, legends, and stories like this, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. Can anyone ever beat 16 world titles?